great thing about being pregnant and announcing that you are pregnant to the world is the amazing amount of really helpful advice you get from people. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, guys. I've had so much good advice. Most people have had a child, so you know that they know what it's like. It'll be worth it. All your sickness, all your mood swings, your bloated tummy, your lack of alcohol. It'll be worth it. And you know what? You'll have a baby at the end of it. Shit. Shit, you're right. Shit. Shit. Shitty, shitty, shit stick. I did not realise I was going to have a baby. I mean, I said I was going to have a baby. I was trying to have a baby. I announced to Facebook I was going to have a baby, but it didn't actually sink in until you told me that at the end of all the sickness and the mood swings and the bloated tummy and the lack of alcohol, I would have a baby. Go on holiday. Go on holiday now. You will never have a holiday again for the rest of your life. Go on holiday. I'm never going to have a holiday again. Never going to have a holiday ever again. Get lots of sleep. Get lots of sleep now. Because when the baby comes, you won't get any sleep. How does that make sense? Do people not understand how sleep works? Do they think it's like working your holiday and taking days off in lieu because you've worked through your holiday time for a year, so then you have an extra 10 days in lieu? I'm gonna sleep now. I'm gonna hibernate for the next 6 months so that when the baby's born, I don't need to sleep for 6 months because I've had enough sleep. It's all right. I've caught up on it. I've got 6 months in lieu, which is a lovely place in Cornwall if you're ever thinking of going. I wouldn't want to spend 6 months there though. Nice for a little Sunday afternoon stroll and a pub lunch. But any prolonged period of time there could get slightly boring. Have an epitiotomy, epitioscopy, episcomy, have an epidural, have an epidural. Shit, guys, you're right, I'm totally going to do that. I mean, I was planning on seeking medical advice from the medical professionals and going through a sort of birth plan myself and, making up my own mind about the kind of pain relief and birth plan I would like to implement myself, in the way that most people make up their own mind about things by using their own brains. But now you've told me to have an epidural. Do you know what? I don't think I need any advice from the medical professionals. I'm going to miss those appointments because I don't need them. You've already told me what I need to do. I need to have an epidural. I'm going to save so much time. Think of the amount of time I can spend sleeping now. I don't have to go to the hospital for all these appointments, talking through with my midwife all my birth plans. I don't need to do any thinking for myself because you've done it for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have you got any names for the baby yet? Have you got any possible names? Yeah, we're thinking of Bert, if it's a boy. Don't call your child Bert. That's awful. Don't call your child Bert. No, seriously, because I knew a Bert once and he was a really real idiot. He was a nightmare. He was a real geek. Don't call your child Bert. Don't do it. Okay. You know what? You're right. Your opinion is worth much more than mine. The fact that you knew a Bert once that was a bit of an idiot has completely changed my mind. You're right. back to the drawing board. I'll keep you posted. It's mind over matter. It's just mind over matter. All your sickness, your headache, your low blood pressure. It's mind over matter. You've just got to think positive. Just think positive and remember you're having a baby at the end of it. A little baby. It'll be worth it. A little baby. It's going to be worth it. You're having a baby. Excuse me, I'm not feeling very well. Would you mind, have you got a stool I could sit on, perhaps? Because, my work don't provide stools. I have to stand all day and, I'm feeling a bit faint. I'd quite like a stool. Yeah, we can't provide you with a stool because it's health and safety. It's health and safety. Right. When you say health and safety, could you elaborate on that? It's just health and safety. It's health and safety. We can't give you a stool. Right. So when you say health and safety, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's just health and safety. Right. Even though I'm pregnant, is that not health and safety? But you can play that card. You can certainly play that card. I can't guarantee it's going to get you anywhere, but you can play it. You can play it. I'm not playing a card. I actually am pregnant. I actually do feel faint. I really loved being pregnant. I really loved it because it's really natural, isn't it? It's just so natural. And actually, the no alcohol thing, I got used to it after a while. I just got used to it. It didn't matter. I didn't miss it. I didn't miss wine at all. I just everything felt really natural. I miss wine. When you give birth, it's going to really hurt. It's going to be so painful. So glad you told me that because I didn't realise. Getting into this, I'm 36 years old and I've had my head in the sand so many years, nobody has ever told me that childbirth hurts. I've never heard that before. You're telling me completely new information. Wine. I miss you so much. I'll be back soon. Not long now. Only another 12 months to go. If the breastfeeding goes well. If not, I'll be back sooner.